In this episode of Film Stock Reviews, I'm reviewing episode 8, the season 1 finale of Reboot. I believe it's the season finale. They actually didn't say if it was or not. But if it is, this season is 8 episodes, and this 8th episode, is titled Who's the Boss? Now, it starts off where we find out that Gordon and Hannah have to meet with Elaine, because Elaine says they're doing a revamp because the former executive at Hulu has gotten fired, someone else has come in, and this person kind of shares a history with Gordon because Gordon evidently slept with his wife. So they meet this new executive, and it's Peter Gallagher, the actor Peter Gallagher, and it's really interesting how this whole story plays out. He tries to be nice to him, but he knows his wife, or Gordon slept with his wife. Gordon walks out and is like, the reason she slept with me is because you underperformed. And, you know, it's the whole ego aspect of men. And it's really, really interesting how it played out. Not only that, Zach finds out that Clay is going to buy a home, but he really hesitant because it's such a big life decision. He's pondering it and pondering it. And evidently he does, buy a home, and Zach meeting with Elaine to kind of share the news about what's happening with the show. He kind of doesn't tell Clay what's happening because he doesn't want him to get fired or anything. And Elaine once again tries to, tell Zach, like, listen, I needed someone to talk to, and you were that person. And Zach's like, well, maybe our business relationship or whatever relationship we have needs to be reevaluated. Now, the funny thing with Bree and Reed is that Bree is giving an interview about, how her life is and everything, and then she finds out that her ex, this Duke, is getting married and having kids and a baby once again, and then all of a sudden Bree doesn't know what to do, so she blurts out that her and Reed are back together again and that they're in talks of having a baby. Reed doesn't know what's going on. Reed finds this out with the reporter. He walks off the set and confronts Bree. It's a really fun back and forth between Bree and Reed because you see the dynamic of Reed just doesn't understand what's going on with Bree. And I have to, be on the side with Reed in this because Bree hesitated, but Bree, kind of is one of those characters that she doesn't know what she's doing. Judy Greer plays a phenomenal role in this, and she plays it to a T. And the whole aspect with Reed and Bree is really good. Reed wants nothing to do with her, and Bree's like, I didn't know, I hesitated, I panicked, and it's a whole aspect where Reed is trying to get away from the whole 15 years of what's happening. He was so zen and quiet, and 2 months on set, he's trying to figure out what's happening between him and Bree. Not only that, Reed goes back to the hotel room where his girlfriend Nora is. Nora finds out through Twitter and social media and the phone calls she's getting, and Reed explains to Nora, like, listen, hey, this is what happened, this is what's going on. And Reed's like, let's get married, let's do this. And Nora says yes. Reed gets a phone call from Bree. Bree explains what happened, and Reed's like, I'm engaged. And Bree just hangs up the phone. And that's it. And then we see Clay sitting in his home, his new home, and the executives at Hulu sent him a kind of a bottle of liquor. He sits it down, doesn't drink it, and then Bree comes over, is like, I can't be alone right now. And Clay's like, I don't think I can either. The whole aspect is really interesting. Then we find out that Gordon went to the executive at Hulu, the new executive, and said that certain things, and we find out that Gordon quit because he didn't want to see anybody else get canceled or, the show get canceled because of his ego. And Hannah doesn't know what to do, and Hannah's like, you're leaving me again. And Gordon's like, no, I'm leaving the show. I'm not leaving you. So it's really interesting, and it's really fun how this show came full circle. 8 episodes and 23 to 31 minutes long. It was a fun show to watch. Great new actors you've never seen before. Great, acting by actors you have seen. Keegan-Michael Key is great as Reed. Johnny Knoxville on the show like this, did not expect at all. Seeing Paul Reiser in this was great, and then Judy Greer doing a TV show like this was really fun. Not only that, Rachel Bloom as Hannah was really fun to see. If there is a second season, I want to see where they go with it. I really, really do. Because the creator of this, Steve Levitan, who created Modern Family and Just Shoot Me, really is a great mind in television, and he really, really shows his comedic prowess, especially even when the show is with dry wit and humor, and getting something across in, I want to say, 8 episodes is really, really fun. And he did write this episode, so you could tell that the dynamic of everything was there. I really want to see what happens next. Hopefully, like I said, there is a second season. And I do like how they picked certain different titles for each episode. Like you had Who's the Boss, Baskets, Bewitched, What We Do in the Shadows, Girlfriends, Growing Pains, New Girl, and Step Right Up. It was fun. It was great. This is one of those shows where I will say you haven't, that nobody is watching. It's one of those great shows on TV and streaming that nobody's watching, and when they do watch it, they'll enjoy it to see the full range of how these actors and actresses play these roles, especially for what the aspect and what the story is behind the plot. It's fun. You'll get a lot of laughs, and it's really, really great. For me, the season 1 of Reboot gets 5 out of 5 stars. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about season 1 of Reboot, especially the season finale, episode 8, titled Who's the Boss? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What do you think could happen in a second season? Do you see this getting picked up for a second season? And if it's not, do you think the way they closed out and how they talked about episode 8 being like, oh, we're going to get canceled, we might do this, they're poking fun at themselves. Anytime a show pokes fun at themselves, it's always fun, and it really opens your eyes, like, oh, this is what could happen, but if, it doesn't, then we ended it on a high note. And also let me know what rating you would give season 1 of Reboot, and who was your favorite character? Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked, and I'll see you all in the next review video.